So the journal prompt goes, what decisions am I currently delaying because the future feels too unstable to plan around? And if I'm honest, am I waiting for certainty that may never come? And what is that waiting costing me right now? Um, I think the biggest decision that I'm delaying due to the instability of the future has to really be like my filmmaking pursuits or just overall storytelling endeavors, really. Um, because if you don't know, that filmmaking stuff, production is not cheap, bro. Production is not cheap. It takes money. It takes a lot of money. And I live in a state where people just are not hip to it like that. So that's difficult in itself. Trying to get financial backing or just trying to get people to believe in something that they don't understand and isn't being done. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody very much waits to believe once they see it. And it's like, I kind of get it. I get it. But it's frustrating. And then, like, the other half of that is honestly the economy, yo. Like, I moved back in with my mom towards the end of 2024. I just turned 29. And it's just kind of like, yo, I'm not really where I want to be or doing what I want to do or anything like that for real. And that's frustrating. And it's like I was chatting with my homegirl the other day and we were talking about budgeting and I was just kind of like, girl, and she was giving me sound advice. You always need somebody in your corner that gives you sound wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, girl, I hear all of that. But like, I don't even make enough money to save and to budget. And it's not even because my spending habits are bad. Like, I haven't shopped for myself in a long time. Like, as far as clothes and, knickknacks here and there. Dude, chill. Chill right now. Like, I love thrift shopping. Haven't done that since, like, probably September. I love tattoos. I'm itching to get another tat. And I don't even get extravagant tats. Like, the most I be paying is like $100 for my tattoos, yo. Seriously. Because I found a shop that got like a low minimum. And it's just like, okay, turn up. But it's like, I haven't even done that. Like, I really don't splurge on myself. And the things that I have been buying has been important to my cause, to my purpose. Like, I got a couple of new lenses, a filter, a battery, a light, this and a that. Like, quite literally things that I need in order to keep progressing forward. But it's like, damn, I've joked about this so many times, but it's like, this not the same economy no more. Like, I remember, or obviously not I remember, but I learned that, like, niggas used to be, could have like a milkman job or a post office job. Like, they could be doing the lowest, you know, intense sort of jobs and was able to get a 2-story house and have a car with a front and a backyard and, be the quintessential nuclear family that America was commercializing so much. Whereas today, like, Bruh, niggas can't even get an apartment. Like they be trying to charge you 1,500 for a one bedroom that don't even got a washer and dryer, no utilities. The parking lot small as hell. Like they be taxing for an apartment, bro. Like, and then, the housing crisis in itself is insane. Gas prices is out the woo-ha. Like, bro, grocery shopping, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be stretching it. Like, I spend about $90 to $100 on groceries, like, once a month, bro. And I be stretching it. And it's like, yeah, cook at home. But cooking at home is expensive too, bro. You know, just and then on top of the fact that it's like, you can cook at home, but sometimes the taste buds be getting bored and it's like, dang, like I wouldn't mind an Impossible Whopper, no add cheese, no pickle, large fry, Oreo milkshake from Burger King. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang. But then you get that, they be like 1568. Damn. Or it's like I would love something from Chipotle. 1560. Like, bro, it's like there's so many things that are in the way of me dreaming. Like niggas can't even dream big no more because reality has expanded itself so much to the point where it's busting at the seams. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's to the point now where it's just like I need to make more money. But it's like the jobs don't want to pay more. And like it's like they don't want to pay more, but then they want to increase your responsibility and increase the expectations, but they don't want to increase the paycheck. It's like, damn. And then now businesses is throwing shade at Gen Z. Talking about Gen Z don't want to work, Gen Z don't want to. No, it's like, damn, I wasn't born to just work. I was born to live. And yes, working is a means to living, but it's like, you know, niggas be working so hard that they can't even live their life. You do a 40-hour, 80-hour work week or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like you be too tired to do anything else. Now, granted, with the job that I have, like I don't work that much. But it's like when I do work, they be working me for every coin, every cent, bro. And it's like, dang. And then it's like because what I do is creative, like that takes a lot of brain power, yo. So it's just kind of like that be the tiring part. Like the other day, I got off from work, had a hard day of work, and I was like, yo, they milked me for every coin. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit because it's like, yo, I'm working so hard for somebody else's vision that I don't even got the time, the energy, the capacity to put that same amount of effort into my vision. And that's upsetting. You know what I'm saying? Now, the second half is of the journal prompt is am I waiting for certainty that may never come? And what is that waiting costing me right now? Now, this second half definitely feels more related to like faith. And if I could keep it a buck 250 with you, you know, I'm lacking a lot of faith right now. Not because I don't believe that like God can do what he can do, but it's more or less like I think it's one of those things where I'm letting the reality of life supersede the capability of the creator. Cause it's like I know he can do it, but can I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? 2025 was like the hardest year I ever worked in my life. And that whole entire year was dedicated to me working for somebody else. Putting forth another organization's mission just for them to ultimately not even like appreciate it the whole time. And it's like, it's one thing when niggas come up to you and be like, oh my gosh, so good work. Oh my gosh, you're so good. And it's another when you ask, like, oh, well, can I be compensated for my skills? And they're just like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I want you to keep working at the rate that you're working, actually increase that. But we're gonna have to keep you at the same pay. And it's like, damn, well, I guess I'm gonna have to peace out. Because the fuck? It's like, I worked very hard for other people all last year, and I'm at the top of 2026. It's officially February, Black History Month. And, I'm feeling empowered, I'm feeling enriched, and all that good stuff. But, like, at the end of the day, it's like, damn, can I do that for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, because one thing I recognized early on, especially like during the pandemic, where everybody was entrepreneuring their ass off, and I was like, yes, friend, go off, But as for me and mine, I'm a worker bee ass type of woman. Like, um, I like the stability in knowing, like, okay, I work these amount of hours, my check is going to reflect those hours, and that is on a consistent base. Whereas being an entrepreneur, if you don't work that day, you don't get no money on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if you work that day, but it's not fruitful in the sense of like you got paid or got clients or made some sort of, you know, waves on social media or something, like you get no money. And I guess at the end of the day, like, I guess, I lack belief in myself, really. Like, discipline has been something that I've always struggled with in my life. And I've been working on that through working out. Um, like over the past couple of years, I'll be working out, but very much on my leisure type. Like, it was like, oh, if I don't feel like going to the gym today, it's okay. Whereas the beginning of this year, it was just like, no, girl, you don't feel like going to the gym, but you need to be in that damn gym. At least go do something. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do nothing but 2 workouts, like put all that you have into those 2 workouts, sit your nappy ass in the sauna, and then go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and I've been pushing through. I've been pushing through on that. But I recognize that there's a lack of discipline in my life, and I'm trying to figure out ways to increase it. Cause I've been disciplined in my work, but being disciplined in the workplace and being disciplined in yourself to do the work, I feel like it's 2 totally different things. Cause like early on in my career, well, not career, cause like before I got in my career, when I worked at like retail jobs or whatever, I used to show up late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to do whatever I wanted to do, but like once I started getting jobs in my career field, it was like, nah, I'm on time. And the saying with that is like, if you on time, you late, and if you early, you on time. I know I said that backwards, but I would be, getting to work 15 minutes early type and doing all that stuff. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I feel like the cost, what's what's what waiting is costing me right now, honestly, it's just my future. And if anything, that's what angers me, and that is what I'm using to push myself forward. That I have a very specific vision for myself going into my 30s and beyond, a very specific lifestyle that I plan on living and that I want to just exist in all the time. That now at the ripe age of 29, I realize that the only way that's going to happen is if I do the work. And doing the work means, getting in my word, fasting, taking my workout plans a lot more serious, getting more meticulous with my meal planning and how I cook and everything, you know, taking a real good look at my finances, even though I've done I've done that. And like I said, bro, the way this economy set up, dog, like it's only but so much penny pinching a nigga can do before it's just like, all right, I need more bread. You know what I'm saying? And that's really where it's at right now. I was talking to one of my other friends, and he was real. He was like, granted, it's one of those things where you know what I'm saying? But when you have people in your corner that like you trust and like you value their input and stuff like that, it hit a little differently. And he was just like, the things that people speak over their life oftentimes come true. Like there really is power in the word. You know, like think about it. Like God spoke the world into existence. Like the creator ain't do no work with his bare hands until he made humans. You know what I'm saying? Everything else was just spoken. And even then, life and death is in the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, dang. So right now, where I'm at mentally, it's just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know the Lord will provide. And not just, finances, but the Lord will provide the means that I need in order to do what I need to do. Whether that's strength, whether that's vision, creativity. Because there was a point where I was depending on myself to be creative. And it's just like, that's not how that go. One of my friends a while ago, she had put it so beautifully. She was like, think of creativity as something that you just invite into your home. And when it's time for it to leave, it leaves. And when it comes back, it comes back. But invite it and let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like creativity really is a gift from the creator. And it's not my job to be creative. It's just something that I am. So like he will provide the creativity. He will provide the stamina necessary. Like he will provide. And I believe a lot more in his ability than my ability. Honestly, I'm nothing without the strength that's provided through the Almighty. You know what I mean?